Hey guys, welcome back to Easy Life. Today we're going to be continuing on in career mode on Snooker 19. We're taking on the ace in the pack, Judd Trump, in the third round of the China Championship, and we're 3-1 behind at the mid-session interval, virtual mid-session. So yeah, I've actually had quite a long mid-session. I've had a entire night off actually. It's the following day. I haven't had a full 24 hours since I last played this game. It's more like 20 hours, but yeah, I'm filming this quite early today. But yeah, this is my break off frame 5. So hopefully I need a good start really, first to 5. I think from first to 5, best of 9. So I'd need to play well today. I mean, I did get lots of chances yesterday, and I did have a good chance for 2-2. You could argue. I'd love to be able to take these first couple of frames. I think 3-3, I'd be right back into it. Question is how I left a red for Judd to go at. If I have, then this could be very, very dangerous to have. And already straight in. I mean, maybe I didn't even deserve the frame that I got. I think I certainly got away with one there. I mean, he missed that simple pink. Like, I was mentally preparing myself for the next frame to, mentally preparing myself for the fact, or trying to get over the fact that I had a frame stolen off me. But, yeah, I got away with one there. But, like I said, it was a frame out of maybe pity and mercy or whatever, but, yeah, don't look like much pity and mercy today. I mean, straight in, it's like he's a changed person. I mean, he's only had a virtual interval. I don't think they even exist. Or do they? But, this isn't good, really, what's happening here. I mean, he's done a cannon, but the reds aren't completely open, and just the wrong side of the blue there. Shouldn't be too much of a... Wow. Right, here's my chance. I've got to pounce now. Now, yesterday I was talking about playing top players in this game, and I was talking about the John Higgins match. I don't know how it escaped my attention that I played loads of other top players with the Shanghai Masters. I made that massive comeback against Allen from 5-2 down to beat him, yeah, 6-5. And then I played Williams in the semi-finals. Okay, I still got 3 frames. I got off to a decent start in that match, but then went on to lose 10-3. And that really was just a shot that I can't really afford to be playing too many like that. It's sloppy really, although I've got away with it to a certain extent. So when you get away with something like that, you kind of just sharpens your focus and, well, it should do. I mean, that was a tough shot, don't get me wrong. It was a tough shot and it hasn't worked out all that well, although... I've got a bit of prossing practice, put it that way, but I've left him on. I needed to make much more than 7 of that opportunity. I mean, it's disappointing, but there it is, it's part of the game. We have seen a few unexpected misses from Trump, so hopefully we get more of those. I mean, we do like him. But I just get the sense now that this is a frame which I've thrown away. Really ought to have won. And with the chance like the one I got, I mean, I was scoring much better than this against the likes of Ken and Anthony, but this is really disgusting the way I've played these last couple of episodes. I mean, already I'm 29 behind in a frame that I must win. I mean, there aren't many reds left there. I'm kind of running out of points.
24.
And just that shot there, it kind of sends a message out that he's getting those reds out now. He's
25.
He's not playing his best shot there. Yeah, that shot on the last red wasn't particularly emphatic from Trump. So again, got another good chance now, and this really is a good chance. I mean, look at these reds. I can't have asked for much better than this. I genuinely couldn't. This is a really good scoring opportunity. Having said that, I've got a bit of work to do here, positionally. The reds are so good though, I feel like I'm bound to be on one. So I'm probably just going to play like that. I mean, it's probably a bit of a risk take, but yeah, I feel like it's worth it, because I do not believe I've just played that. I don't believe it.
Enough. That's careless.
I mean, I couldn't even have vouched for that. I mean, I couldn't even have seen that coming. I mean, this is unfair. I mean, like, I could never have predicted that happening. I weren't to know that I was going to go in off that. Come on, that's like unfair. This is unrealistic.
7.
And it's just like I'm destined. I mean, I'd never have done that against Doherty, and I mean, it's just a matter of being lucky, that is, for this pink to take a 4-1 lead. Then, you know, I should have played better than this, really. I concede this frame. I mean, 5 minutes into the video, it's getting a bit ominous, isn't it?
Well played to take that frame.
And so I'm just mentally gearing myself up now for the International Championship, which is up next. Right. I don't feel safe doing anything else than just to roll up here. Because I don't want to mess the shot up. Like, it's not impossible to win this match. I can still win it. Look, he's won 4 in a row. If he can do it, then I can do it. I mean, I'm not a very good player. But, yeah. It's probably an insult to Ronnie O'Sullivan, but, yeah. I probably should have picked somebody who hadn't made 15 maximums in their career. I should have picked somebody who hadn't made a century. The high break was 92. I mean, I don't feel safe. I just simply do not feel safe playing anything other than a roll-up. I just want to do well. I mean, you can agree with that, can't you? You can see the logic in that, can't you? But this, I got to go for it. If I get this in, I got a chance.
That's really close, but not quite close enough.
I didn't think I'd miss it, you know. And I've left a good chance for Judd. This is probably just going to be a 10-minute video. I mean, I'm really sorry, I didn't want it to be like that. But 3... Right. Oh, I need to just put the last frame to the back of my mind now, because, boy, this is good. This is gold. If a snooker player saw this, they'd see the pound signs. Their eyes light up at the pound signs, don't it?
Great opening there.
When a snooker player sees balls that go, it's pound signs to them, innit? It's how they make their living from playing snooker, scoring heavy, you know. It's more than just trophies and titles. It's more than just trophies and titles to them. It's their living, it's their career. Trophies and titles isn't their career. It ain't all about ranking points to them either, perhaps. I'm sure some players don't really care too much about it. If they're at top, I'm sure, yeah, obviously ranking points play a significance in who gets through to the tour and stuff. I felt I was taking a big risk with that shot, and I'd say it's paid off very well. Obviously, there's blacks. There's a bit of difficulty attached to it. I mean, I'd fancy myself to get it. There's just a bit of pressure on this black. And it's still not a missable. It's not really much of a missable shot. I didn't think I'd miss that. I knew I was playing it wrong, but I thought, nah, it should still pot. I mean, it's common sense. I knew I shouldn't have played it the way I did. I knew it was a wrong potting angle. Something instinctively inside me told that was a wrong potting angle. I'm playing horribly today. Like, this is just depressing. Like, look, I'm staring a 5-1 defeat in the face, and it should have been 5-0. I mean, if he's potting balls like that, what a chance of it. I mean, he's hardly... How did he pot that black and then just simply miss that red? Like what on earth is this game? Play the roll up. How's it not touching ball? That's what I don't know. Yeah, sorry to you guys for having to watch this, but... Well, there you go, touching ball is kind of going to free up the situation. Oh, I see, Judd, that's what we're going to do. Play dirty like that.
Well, he's given away the foul.
Oh, no, I'm just giving away the foul.
Foul and a miss.
He shouldn't make too much of a difference. I mean, he's hardly going to, yeah. This is just a matter of being patient.
This is an intriguing safety battle.
According to Dave, this is intriguing. Put it this way. If I were in the audience, I'd be dying to go home by now. If I'd had to sit and suffer this. If this was Selby and Bingham, they would have had a re-rack by now.
careless.
What?
Foul and a miss. Judd Trump, 4.
I'm just waiting for Judd to play something reckless. Needless to say, but yeah.
That's a pretty careless foul there. Foul and a miss. Judd Trump, 4.
Look, I don't mind giving away these foul points if I'm going to get a chance. I'm surprised we haven't done a push shot yet. If the push shot was such a thing in this game. I don't want to obviously give too many foul points away. Just trying to hit it a little bit harder to ride my luck a bit. Just trying to push the boat out, perhaps. Obviously, this can't go on all day. That's kind of potential. I might have potentially left a red on. Yeah, I felt like the stalemate did need to be broken. I mean, it was getting a bit repetitive. I mean, it wasn't enjoyable. I mean, I obviously was willing to keep it up for a long time if it meant getting a chance to win. But make no mistake, guys, this is a lot. This is a meaningful shot.
What a magnificent shot that is.
Having a little fist bump to myself there. Sean Murphy, taking some tips off him. You know, didn't do him too badly. Those fist bumps. He got the crowd on his side. I think that was his little agenda. They were saying in the studio he's trying to get the crowd on his side. Maybe Kyron won't like it or something like that. Maybe he'll try and get revenge on him or something silly. I think I left this red into the yellow pocket. If I haven't, there's still another red. Yeah, it's red's available for me. Thing is, I just got to take this frame by frame. I can still come back and win this match. It's a long way back. Ball by ball, frame by frame. It is possible, I can do it. It's a very long way back. It's a very tough challenge. But I'm all for a challenge, you know. I mean, this is a nice chance now. I mean, I'd like to be able to get I'd like to be able to pick up a bit of momentum on this frame because I feel like it's the perfect scoring opportunity.
Well,
I've had some in this match, you know, but I haven't taken advantage. And I feel like this, if I'm ever going to, if there's ever a better time to take advantage than the first frame, it's this point, which is a point of no return, really. Well, it's not the point of no return.
18.
If it was a point of no return, I would have literally given up. I mean, I haven't given up. I'm still playing, and I'm still playing to win. I still believe, still a part of me that believes I can win this match. And I'm a very long way behind. But Captain Goodspeed, I think, is inspiration to me. He was 16-10 behind in his virtual world championship, in his career mode world championship. Yeah, 16-10 behind in career mode against Robertson, of all players, in the semi-finals, and he won 7 in a row to win 17-16. I mean, that's no mean feat. That's no mean feat against Robertson. I mean, Robertson, yeah, maybe he's an easier player than Trump, but I don't know how much that would matter in this game. And I don't know how much easier he is than Trump, because whenever they play each other, it's only a matter of balls the other one beats the other in a major final, like the UK Championship. Robertson only won by a couple of shots. I didn't watch much of that final. It was two players. I'll be honest, it's two players. I couldn't really care less who wins out of them. Like neither of them's my favourite. They're two players I find who can be very boring to watch. I didn't watch that final. It was more. I just watched some other stuff on TV. There's better stuff to watch that day. I mean, yeah, I couldn't stay up till 1 AM either on a Sunday night. I mean, I have school the next day. I mean, I suppose everybody's got somewhere to go the next day on a Sunday night. I don't know why they do finals like that, but yeah, I don't know who stays up to watch these massive finals. I mean, I don't even know if Captain Goodspeed would, and he's a die-hard snooker fan, I think, you know.
He's taking this on.
Cheap blue is there.
Brilliant shot.
I'm just kind of cherry picking these. That's the term for kind of doing what I'm doing here, which is just if you don't know, they call when they do this just like not really play a cannon, but just pick the reds off one by one like this, like I'm doing now, just taking the reds off and freeing them one by one. They call it cherry picking. So yeah, got a nice little break going here. Highest in this match I think is 51. I don't know what Judd's highest is, but mine's 51 I think in the first frame. I made a good break, you know, to get to a 51 point lead in that frame. And then I nearly had it stolen off me, but I don't want to think about the bad times in this match. I just want to think about the good times, and, you know, that first frame's probably as good as it got for me. So I'm playing the blue here, playing the blue into the corner. Oh, I've run past it slightly. I'm not overly comfortable with this blue, you know. How does it look? I don't fancy it. I mean, I don't. Now is not the time for me to take an undue risk, because I still believe if I didn't think I could win the match, like unless I took everything calm, then I'd take the blue probably. But I feel like I can still win the match playing normal, humane snooker, if you get what I mean. Just normal, conservative stuff. I still think I can do that. Like, this is a nice table. I mean, this is a potentially missable red. But I'd say the red I got in at the start of this break was harder than this. You know, the one into the yellow pocket. Oh, is this there? It's there! Every step of the way. We have done it. We've got that in. And I don't like to say it, because the amount of times I said it and then just have thrown the frame away is bad, but I've got a good chance to win this frame. I've got the frame at my mercy. I'm going to use the deadly words that have cost me a few frames in the over the past few days. Obviously to you it probably was more like the past week. I mean, I do film like 3 videos per sesh through these 30-40 minute videos, you know. Well, the other day it was more like 10 minutes long. Yeah, there was a couple of short videos, maybe a few days ago, a couple of days, 2 out of 3 days or something. I can't remember which 2 days it was. Oh, that was not the red I played for, but I think I'm on the red, so I think I'm on this red. I didn't play for this red, I actually played for this one into that pocket. I love I'm just using the aiming aid to kind of, as my finger. It's funny, that is, but there it is. I don't want to do I don't want to do any heroics here. I just fancy just dropping this red in. Not too much to do, just a couple more pots to secure this frame. About 3 more pots, about 2 more pots. After, I think just 2 reds and a colour really. This red, colour, and 1 more red, well, I think will take me to 4-2. But as you can see, I've got a bit of nerves taking this red. It's there, but the next colour, well, this pink could mean he can only tie. But I deliberately played the cue ball up into the bulk area of the table in case I missed. I played it as kind of like a win-win situation. I mean, if I potted it, then he could only tie this frame anyway, so I was...
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Oh.
So, he's got some choices here.
Yeah, I've got some choices.
He's playing on from this position.
I'm going to play on. It's a tough pot, but I don't think I want to let him risk... I don't think I want to take the risk of letting him pot it, so... Yeah, I'm going to take this tough pot on. More of a do or die again. Is that there?
So close.
It's not.
He's missed it.
But, I think the blues come to my rescue. Unless there's a gap between green and blue. I don't think there would be. No, there's not. Don't think he's left the easy red. No, he has left the easy red. So yeah, it is going to be 4-2, so long as I can just sink this red safely without fouling and just make sure... There we go. Good frame from me, I think. I'm really happy with that. 3 more frames like that and I could win this match, you know, it's not impossible. I'm really glad that I got this frame. I mean, obviously it was a must-win frame. I couldn't lose it. If I'd lose it, I'd obviously lose 5-1. I'm really happy to have done that. I mean, I wasn't too bothered about the century. I don't know if it was on or whatever. But I feel that was a crucial frame. Obviously, Needless to say, I had to win it, but I'm just really happy inside that I won that one. I mean, just a positive vibe out of it. I was feeling a bit lonely in this match. That one frame needed a friend. that doesn't make much sense, but I don't know. I'm not really bothered if I'm snookered on the yellow here. I'm just glad to get some point in practice. And I'm just glad to win the frame. By hook or crook, and I think I did it in style. A good break. I can't remember exactly the number, but it was a solid break. Well, put it this way, when I was on 42, I was on 33 break. Currently I'm on a break of 16 and 81, so 75, so I'm on 9 last. 66, I think. Not a bad break by any means. So essentially was on. Never mind about the green, because 81 points to 24, I think. Is that 81 points to 24? Yep. I'd take frame 6 to close the gap to 4-2.
That's the frame in the bag.
Confidence boost that is, so I'm breaking off in frame 7.
Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
I squandered a lot of chances in that opening frame, I think, but that second frame was a much better one. It was one that I was happy with. Just taking tips from Chinny Chin, I think his name's, no, Chin Chinny. About this cheap break is something like you have to aim for 50%, the white being about 50% along the cushion, or 50% between the black and the pocket, and then you have to play it at about 60% pace. That's what you call the cheap break. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with the cheap shot. There's nothing beats a good cheap shot in snooker 19. You know, the cheap blue, the cheap break. Oh no. I mean, I could never have really vouched for it, because it was a bit outlandish to be able to predict that happening. I mean, it's all to a series of cannons. I mean, when you play a cannon, I don't know really about how the professionals think about their cannons. Maybe they do know where all the reds are going to land. I mean, I don't, but I'm not professional. I don't practice these day in, day out. I know the odd thing about a cannon and white and the advantages and disadvantages of each one. I think that when you go in from the blue, you're bound to be on one if the disadvantages don't hit you, and those being knocking the white in or knocking a red in. Meanwhile, with the black, you're very unlikely to foul unless just some obscure thing happens, or the other thing with the black is that you just don't land on a red because the cue ball sticks to the pack. I feel like those are always the two things to consider. I mean, like players like Ronnie O'Sullivan. I mean, I've seen him lose. Players like Ronnie O'Sullivan, I think Ronnie's lost. I've seen Ronnie lose quite a few matches because of cannoning from the blue. Because he's cannoned in from the blue and a red's gone in or something. I mean, it's really unlucky. I mean, I remember when he lost to Cahill a few years ago. In that last frame, Ronnie was about to win. He was going to make it to a decider. And what he basically did was he went in off the blue. And, yeah, the rest is history. A red went in, I think. Or maybe the cue ball went in. I think it was a red. Oh, I can't remember. It was something like that. But I remember thinking he should have won that. And then he basically lost. I don't know if he got another shot. I can't remember that much, but
great opportunity to get back into the
Cahill nicked it. I remember that.
8.
Cahill definitely nicked that last frame. But then again, I heard a commentator saying in a match, if you look back in the season of all the frames you lost, all the frames you should have won, you know, you'll probably realise that you probably could have had a much better season, you know. Obviously, unless you're Judd Trump, who's had probably one of the seasons, it's probably one of the best seasons ever, yeah. Obviously, a UK Championships one that he probably feels could have gone better. I mean, just potting a simple pink, I think he missed. I don't know, I didn't watch it, like I say, but they've shown it enough times on replay and stuff. I might watch the highlights. Meanwhile, if you can hear the rain, I wouldn't be surprised because it's raining very heavily out there. It's May showers. The climate has definitely changed. Thought this was supposed to be April, but clearly not. We're a month behind. We're definitely a month behind now, confirmed. April showers in May. no plant, I don't think. I don't think there's a plant, and as with last time, I'm just going to try and force the issue by playing a roll-up. I mean, last time, I really did that fantastic shot. I mean, they don't come much better than that. I've left potentially a double on. I don't know if he'll take this. No, he's just gone straight into them. Really. Make no mistake, this is tough. This is definitely not easy. Neil Fowles is 100% on that one. Is it there? It's there! I'm having a fist bump again. Man, if I win this frame, I'd really fancy my chances. 4-3, I mean, come on. You gotta feel it then. The pressure would be right back on. The pressure would be on for me because I realistically think I could win it, and it would be on Judd because he needs to pull it. He'd need to pull his act together. I mean, I could realistically. I've got a chance, you know. Maybe I hadn't played fantastically to earn the chance, but who cares? Sometimes players don't. Sometimes players play a bad shot, their opponent plays an even worse miss or something, and the player basically profits because of their bad shot. You know, you don't always have to play a good safety shot to earn a chance. You can sometimes play an awful one. It works just as well sometimes. I mean, I haven't played an awful one. I'm not suggesting that for one moment. I feel like I've had to feel like I've been patient. When, you know, yesterday or not yesterday actually, or was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was in the first frame of this match. So that was yesterday's video. I was talking about how snooker's a game of patience and all that. Definitely safety side of it. You have to be very patient. You can't just rush into taking a tricky pot on. It's going to come back to bite you if you miss it. You're going to be haunted by it. And you could say that, Neil. Neil said, if you didn't hear what he said, sorry, he said, I've lost the cue ball a touch. I wouldn't say I'm completely out of position. Yeah, it's not an ideal shot, it's missable, but I feel just like they're starting to go in a bit more now. I'm starting to pick up confidence as if I've got kind of getting hold of this match, and this match is kind of under my control. I feel almost like I'm in the driving seat of this match, and I know I'm still a couple behind you. I know I'm still 2 down with 3 to play, but I'm just starting to feel like I've got a better grip in this match than Judd has.
14.
I mean, you know, from 4-1 to potentially 4-3, which I could be looking at now, and this is like real pressure now. I just want to focus on this shot because it's not the easiest in the world. Just obviously the pot's easy enough, but it's more the positional side that's tricky. I might just bite the bullet and go back up for yellow. Yeah, I might even be on the black. I don't know. I actually think I'm on this black. It does look like it. Wow, what a result! What a result! I did not play for that. I played to be on the yellow, and boy, it would have been a tough yellow from that distance, I feel.
22.
You know, I'm just starting to feel it now. This break's just starting to get a little tricky. I feel like every pot's becoming slightly more of a recovery shot. I need to regain... I'd obviously like to be able to get back into prime position as soon as possible, that's fine.
That's an excellent pot. He's doing extremely well here.
The problem is for me is that these pink and the blue are on their spots. I did have a chance for the pink earlier, I did have a think about it, but I decided against it in the end. So I'm having to take a lot of yellows, a lot of blacks. I have no complaints about the black, it's the highest value colour on the table, but it's just difficult to get to sometimes. Totally misjudged the pace of that.
25.
Like you can see by that, I misjudged the pace. Although, this red might even pass the other red. It does, it goes. Although that doesn't mean to say that it's an easy red. Oh, it's not actually that tricky. It's not as tricky as I thought it might have been. It's still very much gettable, but bit of focus required, it's there. It's there. Now,
Wonderful pot.
have I got a shot at the pink? I don't really fancy the pink here because, you know, it might be blocking the red, but if this pink is an easy enough pink, you know, so it's the best chance I'll have because, you know, once this pink's back on its spot, as I said before, prime position is at my mercy.
No issues there.
And by the clapping and the no issues there comments, I think that I've done a good job. No, I have not done a good job at all.
32.
Don't get me wrong, I'm on this, but boy, I don't even fancy playing it. I'm in a predicament. I'm in a big predicament. Do I play the pot? Or do I just try and tuck up behind the black? So what I've tried is there's just safety. You know, I've left him a chance of this red to right middle. It's tough though, and he's missed it. He ain't left it though, but he's left this red. This is far from anything close to easy. You know, that just doesn't make much good. It's not really good English, but I don't care. At this moment in time, I don't really care what's good English and what's not. I just want to make a good break. There's only one thing on my mind, that's the pound signs. That's just the victory that's on my mind, not the pound signs. I've got a snooker here, you know, no I haven't. It'd be funny because it'd be a double snooker if you like, because I'd be snookering on both reds but by different balls, but that wasn't a snooker because he got that. He got out of that without touching the side, you know. Don't kiss the blue! It's not bad safety. The blue's actually guided the cue ball very nicely to the cushion. That's a fantastic safety. Despite my confidence at times in this frame, I only got a slender 12-point lead, you know.
Very tricky
Oh,
coming up.
this is very tricky, you know.
He's looking to get the cue ball safe and tight to the cushion here.
I do fancy this though. Yes!
What about that sort of Perfect.
Just giving myself a nice, healthy fist bump. You know, good for the old morale. You must think that I've lost the plot, just
Very nicely done.
the amount of rubbish I'm talking. But I think I've got the frame at my mercy now. I mean, the amount of times I said that is untrue. I mean, you probably got sick of hearing that frame at my mercy. I mean, you'd probably be all right with it if it weren't for the fact that I like to mess it up. I don't even know if this blue goes. I mean, I'm not banking on it going. It doesn't. So, good positional shot required here. Fear is the middle pocket. Fear is the middle pocket. Yeah, it was the middle pocket, you know, I did say.
In goes the cue ball.
I did say my fear is the middle pocket. I had it in the back of my mind.
Judd Trump, set.
I was thinking about it. I knew it was a possibility and I knew it was on the cards. And this is unlucky, this is. I should have won this frame.
9.
What sort of a shot is he going to play? You never know, he might pull an unexpected miss. Although I don't see it coming now. This is match ball for 5-2. And he's won. It was unlucky. I mean, I knew the middle pocket was there. Why did it have to be there? If the blue weren't in the way, we would have won that. It's a very unfortunate game. Snooker's cruel, but that's such is life, you know. We probably should have. And another day, it would have been 4-3. But, yeah. So that's the match. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.